Good morning. Today is Sunday, April 14th, 2024. My name is Jillian Major, and I'm a Sunday school teacher here at First Congregational Church, United Church of Christ in Muskegon, Michigan. Each week, I've been sharing a story and an affirmation from the Progressive Christianity curriculum, which First Congregational Church has purchased, but we do not own the copyrights to. This week, our lesson is on expanding awareness, and our affirmation is as follows. I am a part of all creation. Our story this week is a story about Rachel Carson, and it's called One Life Touches Another. Rachel Carson loved the sea from the time she was a little girl. She was born in Pennsylvania, far from the ocean waves, but she could imagine the smell of salty air, the sound of surf, and the feel of wet sand beneath her toes. The sea was far away, but Rachel could feel that it was connected to the woods and streams she played in near her home. All the natural world was connected and full of life. Life in all its wondrous forms drew Rachel outdoors every day. She and her mother watched the birds together and shared a reverence for all living creatures. Rachel's mother would gently capture insects that came into the home and take them back to their homes outside. When Rachel and her mother discovered baby robins whose nest had been destroyed, they kept the birds on the screen porch until they could safely fly away. Rachel also loved to write. She was only 10 years old when she had a story published in a children's magazine. What a thrill it was to see her story in print and know that other children were reading it. Studying the natural world and writing were going to be two things Rachel did throughout her life. Rachel experienced the ocean after she graduated from college. She had become a biologist, a scientist who studies living things, and she had a chance to learn and work for a while at a special laboratory right next to the ocean. She was overjoyed to see and touch ocean animals in their natural homes for the first time. Rachel built a house where she could see the ocean from her front door, and she never grew tired of watching the water from her viewpoint on the land. An amazing phenomenon that can't be seen in the ocean at night if you are lucky to be in the right place. Tiny sea creatures that glow in the dark are visible as thousands of little flashing lights just below the surface of the water. Rachel and her niece were watching these lights one night when Rachel noticed one light separate from the others and fly up from the water. As it flew close to them, Rachel realized it was a firefly, not an ocean creature like the other lights. The little firefly flew down to the water and seemed to be trying to get close to the other firefly-like glowing creatures, but it was doused with salt water and wound up rolling into the sand. It surely would have drowned, but Rachel rescued the little firefly and put it in a bucket to dry off its wings. The firefly incident was just one experience that convinced Rachel that all life is interconnected. Animals and plants may seem separate, but they depend on each other in one large ecosystem. When a leaf falls from a tree, a worm eats it. A robin may come along and eat the worm. The robin lays eggs and passes along what it ate to the baby robins. The ocean waters are home to millions of tiny sea creatures that drink the water. Fish eat the little creatures and bigger fish that people eat. The tide pools are full of creatures that need land and sea to survive. A friend told Rachel about seeing many birds die after DDT was used near her home. DDT is a chemical that was sprayed in the air and on plants to kill insects, but could be harmful to crops and people. But the people using the spray didn't understand that when you kill one form of life, other lives are also affected. Rachel learned everything she could about DDT and other harmful chemicals. She found out that some animals were in danger of becoming extinct because of the use of it. She found out that DDT was making people sick. Rachel was a scientist and a writer. It was natural for her to write a book to help people understand what might happen if we forget how the world is shared by all living things. She called the book Silent Spring. It was the first book about the dangers of using chemicals written for everyone, not just for scientists. Many things began to change after Rachel wrote Silent Spring. Other people joined Rachel in speaking out about caring for all life. People started to use chemicals differently, and some laws were changed to help protect natural environments. Many others began to understand the interconnection of the natural world and feel inspired by how beautifully creation was made to work together.